Welcome to Sportscene, where the facts are made up and the points don't matter. I'm your host, Zach Hansen. We have a lot of sports action to catch up on, so let's get to it. Here's our all-star panel today. To my left, we have Stephane, not related to 76er center Spencer Haugh, Keondre the Giant Gholston, Troy Rhodes Scholar Brooks, and Nick, he's not just your creepy uncle Ragner. On our staff today. And then our first topic, they look speechless up there. Nothing, guys? Nothing back at me? Nothing. All right. Well, our first topic today is our beloved Green Bay Packers are kind of slacking this season. Right now, they started 5-2, and ever since Rodgers went down, they are now 5-5. Troy, what's your thoughts on the Green Bay's just team in general?
Something about these Green Bay Packers. First off, they are my favorite team, and second of all, they are the most resilient team in the NFL. As you just heard, they have had some detrimental losses this year. A-Rod, Clay Matthews, Jeremichael Finley, Randall Cobb, offensive linemen, and the list goes on. And we asked Scott Tolzien to come up from the practice squad and perform at 100%, like he's just been an elite quarterback this whole year, which has not been the case. But with 5 NFC opponents remaining, I do feel that the Packers still are a team to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and you know they're 5-5, but they're only one game behind in the NFC North. Stephanie, what's your take?
We all know that I am not a Packers fan, but I honestly think the Packers, it's just a mental game for them. How can one person honestly make the rest of these players play at the level they are playing? For me, the Packers right now are not playing at an NFL level team just because they lost Aaron Rodgers. I mean, come on. Seriously? One player that's not going to getting Aaron Rodgers.
A third of their base salary. I mean, you think he's worth the money?
He's worth the money, but I just don't see how he's going to help them if he comes back. I don't understand how he's going to help them compared to not having him. It's just a mental game.
Keondre, can you add to that, or what do you think?
Personally, I think that as a Vikings fan, you should understand how this works. You should understand with the quarterback situation, we finally feel what it's like to be a Minnesota Viking. Adrian Peterson was MVP last year, and he can't make that team go. I'm sorry to, bash the Vikings, but I feel like, it's very appropriate. Christian Ponder doesn't get it done. Freeman doesn't get it done. Who else do they have out there? I don't know. You guys have been searching. I'm lucky. I'm surprised Tebow's not on there.
All right, Nick. What about the Packers?
Well, I'm going to make this quick and I'm going to make it sweet because our floor director is telling us we got to move on. But here, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. Pretty much what I think about the Packers is that they have Scott Tolzien starting at quarterback. That's all that needs to be said. Back to you, Zach.
Yeah, and a lot of injuries this year. They are 5-5, but they're not out of it. Rodgers looks like he might not play this week. Tolzien will be the starting quarterback. I'm giving the points to Keondre. I love the bashing of the Vikings. All right, our next topic here, the Lions are losing their roar. They scored 27 points in the second quarter, and the rest of the game, flat goose egg. Troy, tell me about my Lions.
I'm sorry, Detroit fans, but Matt Stafford and Megatron cannot win a Super Bowl alone. They just can't do it. Their defense is averaging 28 points against offenses in the league this year, which is you can't have that if you plan on being a Super Bowl team. They have solid linebackers, but their secondary definitely does need some assistance, I would say. And with the remaining schedule they have of teams at 500 or below, I see him dropping at least 3 of those.
Oh, nice. All the stats there, huh? Nick?
You want to give it to me now?
Nick, I'm giving it to you.
I'm not much of a stat guy. I'm more about heart and determination. I really think the Detroit Lions, I can't really promise they're going to win a Super Bowl this year, guys, because the competition is so stiff in the National Football League right now. But I really do like their core. I think the Reggie Bush signing this offseason was probably the best offseason signing I don't know if you guys can think of one that's better. He's helped out their offense splendidly. I mean, they've even gone on to say that game plans are made either against Megatron or against Reggie Bush. We've seen that with Reggie or Calvin Johnson's 300-yard games. So I mean, I think that they have the best chance to win the division. That's my prediction.
Guys, the Lions are in first place right now. Why all the hate? Why all the hate? They're the Lions.
What do they do?
You know what? Keondre, you get 5 more points.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Everyone was
I don't
incorrect.
have to
Hey,
talk
silence
on
is
this,
golden,
though,
okay?
Because everyone knows.
Silence is
everyone
golden.
knows.
All right, our
Yeah,
next
bring it on.
topic. Big bad weather storm in Chicago this week. Bears weather the Ravens in overtime after a crazy delay. It was nice, though, because I got to watch the Packer game and flip back and forth when there wasn't a doubleheader. Keondre, what do you think?
Why not? Let me school you guys with a little classic information.
I dare you to school.
I
go to school.
Chicago Bears, I'm not worried. I think that, they're going to mess up like they always do. I believe they started out the season last year 6-0. And how far did that get them last year?
I think as long as they start Josh McCown, they actually have a chance to win the division because Jay Cutler is a terrible quarterback. So there you go with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Although their defense is terrible this year. I bet somebody's got some stats to hand out for that.
Yeah.
That one.
Who has the stats here? Should we go to our statistician?
Impressive stats, but I have Josh McCown stats.
Give him.
Since he's been playing,
Important
they've
stat.
a perfect 2-0. He's had 754 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he has thrown 0 interceptions. So he's definitely
Compared to Cutler down there, right?
Yeah, like H.O.
Cry baby
He'll be
Cutler.
getting that gold jacket here pretty soon. It's gold, right? Is it?
Cry baby Cutler.
Bears would have lost the game if Joe Flacco didn't have such a poor game. He threw for only 163 yards and 2 picks, no touchdowns. So
Mr. Stat guy.
it's pretty bad.
Joe Flacco's making as much as the
Yeah.
entire state of Wisconsin.
Mute him. All right, I'm giving the points. There's a tie here in this round. Stephanie and Troy both get 5 points. Stephanie, I loved your stats. Troy, you're definitely correct about the Bears. Next topic, we're going.
Same thing as you guys now.
You're going to have to mute him. Anyway, Chiefs got bucked by the Broncos. No more. Do I hear that champagne bottles popping for the 72 Dolphins? No more undefeated teams. Broncos are in first place. Guys, your thoughts on Sunday night's game, starting with whoever. Go.
How ready is Peyton Manning on a week-to-week basis? Like every single week, this man is 100% poised. He throws for 300-plus yards every single week. Had a touchdown, only a touchdown, but he did a great job watching footage and scouting the team. Tore up that defense. Thomas and Welker had about 14 receptions between the two of them, and you have a solid running gang between Moreno and Ball. They're definitely two crushing running backs who will definitely do some damage to you.
Thomas and Welker, I might add, are both on the injury report. Welker with a concussion and Thomas re-injuring his ankle. Nick,
Will you stop trying to steal the spotlight, man?
hey,
Here's what I'm going to tell you. You guys like
First
stats.
time.
Here we go. Broncos and Chiefs combined, out of all the games they've only played 3 teams that are over 500. And 2 of those teams are each other. So that means before this game, they've played only 1 team combined with all their schedules with over 500 record. So, I don't think this proves anything. I really don't. It's Peyton Manning, and it's Andy Reid's offense with Jamal Charles and Alex Smith, but who have they played? Nobody. So what can you really prove from this game other than we know that Peyton Manning's good? We can all agree on that, but what have we learned?
what have you guys learned?
I've learned that I've learned this a long time ago. When I saw Tony Romo go out there and scorch the Chiefs secondary, even though they won the game, I realized that the Chiefs secondary is just horrible.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey.
Tony Romo?
We'll save that for another conversation. Okay. Let's stay on topic here, okay? Also, as a Peyton Manning fantasy owner, I would like to say thank you, Peyton.
He's a nice guy for that.
Stephanie, got a little blurb?
I was just going to say that Manning threw for 323 yards, and even the sack-happy Chiefs barely touched him in that game. So
That is true. They
So-
didn't touch him and Peyton Manning's little wimpy ankle. I'm going to give the points there to Troy. I don't remember what he said, but he had some good facts. All right. And our last topic before we go to break, Last night, there was a Monday night fracas at the end of the game between the Panthers and Patriots. Now we kind of have a stockpile of contenders in the NFL. Who do you guys think is the number one team in the NFL? Start with you, Stephanie.
The Vikings. No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, we've only won 2
Negative
games.
points.
If I could honestly say that the Vikings were the best team with a straight face, I would, but I can't. I'd have to say probably the Broncos. I mean, you have Peyton Manning. He's holding that team together, so.
Jump on the bandwagon, why don't you? Come on.
You just hush over there, Nick.
All right.
I wish we had a mute button. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, wow. Jumping
can't
across the
talk, man.
table, going cross table.
Hey.
All right,
Switching
well,
cameras.
I'm going to say the number one team in the NFL is the Patriots. They should have won last night, but because of a defensive holding call that didn't happen, they lost the game. Tom Brady was on his way to performing yet another fourth-quarter comeback. It would have been gorgeous. It would have been beautiful, and thanks to terrible referees in the NFL, it didn't happen. So that's my pick.
I do agree. What you guys in the middle think?
I'm going to have to say the Seattle Seahawks. They're clearly proving their point at this point in the NFL. They're 10-1 going into their bye week. And a quote by Pete Carroll himself, we haven't done anything yet. And he's absolutely right. They haven't done anything until they get to the playoffs. You know, you look at that team's leader, Russell Wilson. He is an incredible leader. He's a servant leader, and that's the best kind of leader.
Another good Wisconsin
And
quarterback.
not only that, you have the puzzle pieces around him. You have Marshawn Lynch, one of the strongest running backs in the league. Michael Bennett, Cliff Averill, 6.5 sacks both. Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas, 4 interceptions together. So, I mean, Seahawks all day.
And I'm going to roll with the Seahawks too, but for, the same reason. So you already heard them. No need to repeat them again.
A man of silent words, that Mr. Gholston here. Troy had some good points. I do also believe that the Seahawks are the best team in the NFL. They lost a really close game, the Colts, that they easily could have won. They've been dominating teams, so I will give Troy 5 points. So that means Mr. Nick is going to be eliminated. Nick, do you have any last words?
Yeah, I do have last words. All I know is that, hey, get some NFL refs and start paying them what they deserve so we get the good ones.
You're done. You're out. All right. Well, we're going to go on a little break, and here's a look at those perfect pets.
Meet Autumn. She's a loving 4-month-old kitty that loves attention and long road trips. Here's Chucky. This 4-month-old kitten is one big ball of energy and is waiting for a place to call his own. Need a new neighbor? Meet Rogers. He's a 2-year-old cat that loves attention and is very gentle. And meet Brayden. This cute 14-week-old kitten loves to play, explore, and play.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Oh, again, the phone number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014, and make sure to tune in here on Saturday night for our Cooley Region Telethon for the Humane Society. All right, we're going to go into our next bit here. Our first topic is the Bucky's Badgers bite Indiana. Guys, did you guys think that was a biteful win?
I liked it.
Nick, I thought you were gone.
I'm not leaving. I gotta make my point first. Here, I'll give you guys my point really quick. Okay, Badgers beat Indiana. Who cares? They torched them last season too. They torched them this season. Doesn't prove anything. That's my opinion.
I couldn't agree more. I think that their defense actually has been getting gashed and ran all over this whole entire season. And now that, Wisconsin does it, we just so happen to always produce great running backs. Mm-hmm. What I'm impressed about is 3 points that we allowed Indy to score. Mm-hmm. And they've been putting up quite a few numbers on other opposing teams this year.
I really did like the offensive explosion that I saw from the 2 Wisconsin running backs this weekend. Melvin Gordon and who's the other guy? James White. They're definitely 2 NFL-bound running backs, and I really do like them. I like the 51-3 score. I think that will put them up in the BCS rankings, and go Badgers.
All right, Stephanie? quick?
I really couldn't agree more. I mean, Wisconsin had a total of 554 yards. I mean, yeah, it was Indiana, but that's pretty impressive for a college football team, if I say so myself.
True that. Well, do you guys all want points, or you guys just want 0 points? You all got the same amount. I'll give you none, but you all had good answers. I forgot to update the scores quickly. Stephanie has 5, Keondre has 10, Troy has 15, and Nick, I guess he came back on. We'll give him 1 point. All right, next topic.
Hey, look it. I have 0, I guess.
Well, you got a pity point from me. So, anyway, national championship picture. We have a couple teams that are still undefeated in college football. Guys, who's the number 1 team? Other than Alabama. Or I'm just kidding. You can pick Alabama. Go.
I'm gonna have to say Alabama, definitely.
Wait.
Florida State.
Nope, I can't. I gotta go first this time because you took my pick last time.
Go ahead,
And
sir.
I say that Alabama's going to be number 1 this time.
Heated-
You know,
heated
Nick
panel.
Saban has those guys ready down there. AJ, I believe in you, not more than Johnny. Definitely not, but I believe in you.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
You know,
what the heck, man?
I think that they'll play Florida State and they'll meet them in the BCS national title game, but I'm rolling with Bama. I'm sorry. Now you can go.
I would have to agree with Dre, definitely. Bama has been absolutely exciting to watch all year, especially the game they played Arkansas. They beat them 52-0, and I really appreciated that because of what Wisconsin's old head coach, he did us pretty dirty, so I did appreciate that.
Okay, well, I'm guessing the consensus pick is Alabama. Who will put... Oh, who is it, Nick?
Florida State, obviously. We saw...
Who have they played this year?
We saw Johnny Manziel, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, give them a fit, and I think Jameis Winston will win the national championship, and you'll all be disappointed.
I chose Alabama, but I wouldn't rule out Ohio State either. I mean,
Oh, my God.
What
What's wrong with you?
What about undefeated Fresno?
You want to talk about Ohio State? Not
Baylor? Baylor's still in there? Ohio State?
Ohio State has put together
Man,
a
we're getting
championship
dung.
season.
Wow, I'm getting so mad.
Getting done here. All right,
next
well,
one.
Nick, for your originality, I will give you 5 points.
Moving on up.
So we're moving on to my favorite subject, the Milwaukee Bucks. They are buried in last place in their division. Guys, why are the Bucks in last place? Stephanie?
That's a real question?
Because the Bucks suck.
It's the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey, mute her.
Wow.
You can't say suck on
I mean,
TV.
come on.
They're the Bucks, guys. Come on.
I think the political correct word is injuries. Thank you very much.
It is. They
it's
do have a lot of
mediocre,
injuries,
always.
but
They're
have
always
they
mediocre.
always? When have the Bucks been good?
2000, 2001.
you're wrong.
I mean, I can't say anything.
Reality.
I'm a Lakers fan. I can't say anything because we're not the greatest right now either. But
We.
Go Kobe.
go
I mean,
Kobe.
he's okay.
Kobe.
It's 2-7. It's still early. We have a young squad, and we don't have Larry Sanders right now. That is huge. We do have great young players in Nate Walters. He's a rookie this year, averaging 9 points, 5 assists. That's pretty decent. Gary Neal, he was with the Spurs during their finals trip last year. We got some leadership and some veteran ability from him coming through. And look out for the Bucks. Don't
sleep on it.
I like
Don't
that, Troy.
don't sleep
Let
on
me take
Mahomes.
this one.
And the deer.
Let me take this one. I'm going to take this one. Here's what I think the Bucks should do. I think what you do is you trade away Larry Sanders. You trade away O.J. Mayo. And then in this offseason, you pitch to LeBron James, the Bradley Center.
yeah.
Mute him.
Yep.
You gotta get
LeBron
Center?
James.
That's like a number
two.
It's Little Cross Center is a better stadium than.
Hey.
It's appealing.
Hey, we're going to watch that too.
We're getting LeBron.
Hey, according to Kobe Bryant, a lot of people say he's the best player in the league or ever. He said that Larry Sanders is the best defensive player he's ever faced.
Don't trade him.
Oof.
Don't trade Larry.
Yeah, so don't take Nick's advice, okay?
Get
if you
LeBron
haven't
James.
figured that out already from the show.
Bring back Michael Jordan. Do one or the other.
Why don't we tank and go after Jabari Parker? No one
What
said
about
anything
Wiggins?
about that.
What about Wiggins? What do you think
Wiggins?
about him?
He might wig out.
I get what you
All right, trying to be funny
Give
here.
yourself points for that one. That's clever.
Pat myself on the back.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
What else you guys got to say about the Bucks?
Hey, Karan Butler, he's
We
an
need a Bucks
all-around
show.
guy. I like our squad, man. I really do.
No, I don't think they're
I do
bad.
too.
Okay, let's go on. You want honesty? I'm just being a jokester up here right now. Honestly, I think the Bucks aren't bad. They're not going to get past a team like the Heat or
Thank
the
you.
Pacers, though.
Thank
That
you.
will not happen until they need a prolific scorer. They need a ball handler, a guy that can make the last second shot.
know what?
Is O.J. Mayo that guy?
No, but I think we found one in our rookie. From overseas.
Do you him, really?
How do you say his name?
Nate Walters.
No, not that one.
Oh, not Walters?
Not that one. This one isn't getting
The
played.
Greek freak?
Yeah. Exactly.
Giannis?
10 points to whoever
What's his
can
name?
say his name the right way.
Oh, come on, help me out, somebody.
Giannis
Abadinas.
Giannis camera 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is that what it is?
Anyways,
Pretty
moral
much.
of the story, they will be good. I think he'll be a miniature Kevin Durant once he comes around for a little bit. I know that's big shoes to fill.
He did stuff Kevin Durant in the game when they played against the Oklahoma
See what
Thunder.
I mean?
Oklahoma
Give me
City
those
Thunder.
points. Those should come this way. I'm making very
All right. Well,
What's the next topic?
I'm giving the points to Troy. He was the only one that believed in my Bucks. I'm giving him 5. Keondre, you had some good points, so I'll give you an 8.
I get 8?
Nick, I'm giving you 2, and Stephanie, I'm giving you 3. All right, last topic. All right, no last topic. I guess we are going to the UWL promo. We'll be right back to Sportscene after this.
At the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, surround yourself with potential. Surround yourself with lifelong friends. Step on campus and be welcomed with a friendly smile. It's just like home. Surround yourself with nature's beauty. Nestled in western Wisconsin's driftless area, it's perfect for learning. Hike the bluffs, bike the marsh, soar. Surround yourself with challenging academics. Our motto is Men's Corpus Gay, Latin for mind and body. Experience a whole education. Conduct research. Surround yourself with distinction. Surround yourself with UW-La Crosse.
All right, we're back here to Sportscene, and the updated scores are Stephanie with 8, Keondre the Giant with 18, Troy Brooks with 20, and Nick with 8. So,
One less point. What is up with the crew back?
I'm giving you pity points, man. I told you. Anyway, well, we're going to go quickly into our early season favorite for the NBA. All these will be worth 10 points, so anybody can win. Guys, early favorite for best team in the NBA.
I'm going to go with the Indiana Pacers. They have Paul George and, forgive
Paul
me.
George. That's a funny
Danny
name.
Granger, and I feel like having those two players, the Pacers are the team to beat.
Granger's been hurt, though. All right. What do you guys think?
You know who I think is probably one of the best teams in the NBA right now and will take the title this year? The Chicago Bulls. I mean, they have Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr,
Mute him. Troy, tell him who's the best team.
They're one of the best teams of all time.
I mean, this may surprise a few people, but I have the Golden State Warriors as one of the teams to beat in the NBA this year. You know, they have Steph Curry. This guy is lights out, and he has the hardest work ethic among any NBA player in the league. I saw videos of the guy. He's ready 30 minutes before practice even starts. Full sweat, already got up 100 shots. That's what you want on your team.
Iggy.
And not only that, you also have Klay Thompson, another sharpshooter. How can you stop just this three-point barrage? How can you do it? I don't understand.
You guys see that last
You also
time?
got Harrison Barnes and David Lee, a team full of ballers.
Naming the whole
They have a team
roster.
full of ballers. And not only that, you also have Mark Jackson as the coach. He is a
Love
vet.
Mark
He was a
Jackson.
point guard. He was a true point guard. He's a true point guard. He knows.
Master
He
motivator.
knows how to construct that team.
You just went a huge rant, and you didn't even get to mention Iggy. That's how talented that team is. You just didn't have all those names, and you didn't even have to say Iggy.
didn't even have to do it.
Well, let me clarify and school you guys one more time, since everyone seems to forget about my early season favorite. How can you guys keep continuously counting out the San Antonio Spurs? Oh, no. Popovich down there and
count
Tony
them out.
Parker. They once again, right now, at this point currently, have the best record in the Western
Where'd that get them
Conference.
last year? They had the best record.
They
in
got them to the
NBA.
finals, and you know,
lost, though.
and they should have won Game
They
6.
should
Let's
have won
clarify
Game 6.
that.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you
just-
very much.
I'm trying to get
So we're going with that, and Kawhi Leonard's emergence as well.
So nobody is thinking the Heat, Thunder, Blazers even?
Thunder is a silly
overrated.
to
Oh my
Heat are not
God.
necessarily overrated, Stephanie
They
Haugh.
are good.
They're a good team.
I'm
Rashard
not
Lewis is
saying
picking
they're
it up.
not, but
Golden
we
State
put too much
Heat
hype
finals.
on the Heat. There's
All
too
right.
much hype on the
That'd be
Heat.
interesting.
Well, I guess for points, I'm going to have to... I didn't agree with any of them, so no points here. All right. We don't have too much time left. Guys, Jack Taylor, Black River Falls native, not too far from here, playing for Grinnell College, had his second 100-point game. Yikes. Okay, in 2 words, guys.
2?
Give me 2 words to explain Jack Grinnell's 100-point game, second 100-point game. Go.
Fake.
That's just one.
Last time they just stopped trying to guard him. That's what happened the first game he scored over 100.
All right, that's a 2 words.
That's a lot of
2
bad
words.
make.
Range and swish.
Oh.
2 words.
I don't have any words to describe it.
That's 7. Okay.
My words are numbers, so pardon me. 48 3-pointers.
Okay. Yeah. You guys think he's just a player of the system, or do you think he's a ball hog, or do you think he's really that talented?
I mean, Grinnell has a system. You know, it's not just him going crazy, shooting threes whenever he wants to. Grinnell's coach actually composes their offense based off of him because they know that he can shoot, so they want to put the ball in his hands. They want him to score. So, you know, he's doing what he has to do, and he's doing it well.
All right. Well, I guess that makes Troy our winner because he got the 10 points there. So, Troy, the FaceTime is yours. What's your rant?
My rant is most of you guys know what my rant is going to be already. I love track and field, so shout out to my UWL track and field family. National championship watch is on my wrist at this time, you know, and look out for us again. We're reigning champions. We'll be bringing 2 more back to UWL this year, most definitely. Salute.
Looks like I won too. I meant the shot.
Yeah.
Looks like I won or something like that.
I want to salute there.
I wish I had. I know you don't have to try. It looked really good, man. It looked really good.
Bring it in a little bit.
Can you salute?
There we go.
I say I wish we had time, but I would love to see you race all of us from the panel here. But I guess.
Bring it on.
All right. Well, in bonus coverage, I guess we'll have a race, but we don't have time for bonus coverage. So thank you for watching Sportscene here on Channel 6 for Campus, 96 Charter, and Digital Channel 989. We'll see you guys Thursday for Week in Review. Peace out.